we'll just go with it. We're going to see what happens. I originally planned to live stream this to YouTube. We're live streaming to Facebook instead. We'll see what happens. But we can get started here because honestly, the most important thing for this session is that we are here for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference all together. I am just so thrilled to be able to introduce and welcome you to the 5th annual Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. We are right here live on Zoom and we have over 500 people joining us already, and it just keeps on ticking up that number, which is so exciting. So if you have been able to make out the time today to join us for this session, I really thank you for that. And I truly hope that you are going to get a lot out of this session, which is going to prepare you for the rest of the conference coming out throughout this week. Basically, the main aim of this session is to really let you know what the goals of the conference are and a little kind of sneak peek into each of the sessions, so that I'll give you a little blurb about each of the sessions and what we cover in those sessions, so that you can decide which sessions you would like to watch and organize your schedule and really get the most out of every moment that we have together. So before we do get started, I would firstly just like to thank everyone for being here. It is so wonderful that you can join us for this year's event. And first of all, I would just like to give a humongous shout out to all of the speakers who have helped to contribute for this event. It has honestly been just such a pleasure to have these conversations, and I cannot wait to share them all with you throughout this week, because the combined experience of the herbalists that we have speaking at this event is just humongous. And we have people covering all different topics that will hopefully help you on your journey as an herbalist, whether you're someone who's just getting started on your business or who has been in this field for a while and are really looking to level up your impact on the community and the world around us. I would also really like to thank our sponsors for this event. They does help so much to have the support of our partners going into this, and I really do thank them so much for their support throughout the whole process. So thank you to the Herbal Circle. I'm going to go more into depth about the sponsors later on, but yeah, thank you to the Herbal Circle, Kerry Herbal Dispensary Software, Formula Botanica, United Plant Savers, Oshala Farm, Herbal Academy, and Mountain Rose Herbs. Thank you so much for sponsoring this event, and thank you everyone for being here today. And I would also just like to give a quick shout out to my team that have helped to organize this event as well. I do a lot of the organizing in front of the camera and the sessions throughout the week, as you will see, but it's definitely not just me that goes into organizing an event of this magnitude. You might not be aware, but we currently have, I believe, just over 22,000 people signed up for this event. So it is really, really big. And it's definitely not something that I can do on my own. So I would really like to thank Melissa, who is helping with all of the behind the scenes operations and support. Some of you might have already had contact with her. Caitlin, who is helping with organizing the Herbal Circle and all of our members behind the scenes and helping me there. And also Lisa, who is on the chat today. She'll also be engaging with you in the chat throughout the event, and you'll be able to converse with her too. And also just kind of running the live event she is involved with. So thank you everyone on the team. Now, we have a couple of exciting things happening on this call right now that I would like you to be aware of. And the first of which is that we have some prizes that we are going to be giving away right now. Actually at the end of the call, but you have the opportunity to win during this call. So basically there are two ways that you may be able to win one of these prizes, which are basically a VIP pass for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference, or a 6-month membership to the Herbal Circle, or a $300 voucher for any course of the Herbal Academy. Okay, so you will be able in the running to win one of those 3 prizes for either being the top engager inside the chat and just really getting involved and talking about which sessions and stuff throughout this session. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Or sharing on a social media. So this can be Facebook or Instagram. We'll be checking those ones using the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur and sharing whatever it is you'd like to share. It might be about a session. It might be about what we're talking about right now, what you're hoping to gain from this event, whatever you would like to do. So share, and with the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur, bonus points if you also tag me at Herbal Entrepreneur so that we also get a notification. It'll just be more likely that we see it, but just hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur will count. And so they're the two ways. So engage in the chat and share on this about the conference on social media. If you have any questions about that, let us know in the chat, and Alyssa, you can answer those questions. All right, let's keep going. One extra thing I wanted to mention now is that we have an app for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference, and basically all you need to do is click the link in your app, this link, and it will automatically direct your phone to download the app and kind of join us. I'm just going to pop that link into the chat now so that if you haven't done that yet, you can get set up for the app by the time we have we talk about the session. So I will put this here. It's also, if you missed this in the chat, the link is also in the PS of the email reminder of this session. So if you go to your email, so perhaps if you're watching this session on a computer, you can go to your phone and scroll down to the bottom. In the PS, it says, this is a link to download the app. If you click on that link, it will prompt you to download an app called Event-E, and then it will take you through to the program and stuff like that, which I will show you in a moment, because it's a really nice way to watch and engage with the conference, because you can highlight which sessions you want to watch and actually watch the sessions from the conference directly from your phone as well. So I've got that link there so you can get started, but I will walk you through exactly how to use that later on in this session. Okay, so let's keep going. I wanted to talk, first of all, a little bit about why this conference is what it is, why it has come together, and why it has become so popular over the years. Because to be honest, the first Herbal Entrepreneur Conference way back in 2019, I truly did start as a hobby project, because I had a background in running virtual events such as this one, and I had a very strong interest in herbalism and was very curious about starting a business in this field. And that was kind of how the whole event started, was I just reached out to people who I admired and asked them if they would share what they're doing and give some insights as to how they were actually running their business behind the scenes, and if they could share those things with me and the other people at the conference. Anyway, in that first event in 2019 really took off in a large part, as usual, thanks to the speakers at that event. So we had some incredible speakers who shared the conference, and some of the partners have gone all the way back from then and are continuing to speak. So I believe some of the speakers from this year's conference also spoke all the way back then. We've had people from the Herbal Academy right through from 2019 until now. Hannah LaSauce spoke in 2019, although she spoke with she was not married yet, so she had her maiden name. And also Maria Nogales was one of those first initial speakers that is also back again this year. But the conference over these years has really grown so much. And as you can see, we've got almost 800 people showing up live here for the orientation session, and 22,000 registered already, because there's such an interest. The herbalism is a field that's growing. People are so interested in what we can offer and how we can get back to nature and the roots of what we're doing. And people are interested in this. And one of the powerful ways of bringing that into people's lives is through business and entrepreneurship. If we can offer workshops and classes and even products, and being able to really integrate these herbs into people's lives, it's building in that extra layer and allowing herbs to come back into people's lives, which I think is really important. And it's not just me who is interested in this topic, but everyone else here today. We're all passionate about plants. We love working with the herbs and we love sharing about it. And if possible, we want to be able to work in this field, having a like really dedicating our time and energy to the herbs, to the plants. And that is what following a path of herbal entrepreneurship is all about. And so that is like really the main reason that the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference is what it is today, because people like you are interested in following this path, dedicating themselves to doing it, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm definitely right there in it with you. So yeah, thank you for being here. And what I really hope comes out of the conference is that we are able to share our experiences, our strategies, like what someone has learned, and sharing that with someone else is so powerful, especially because we have a global community. So really being able to share those strategies and allow herbalism to have a better impact across the globe is really what this is all about. So I'm hoping that we will be able to share these strategies, create connections amongst each other, which again, I'm going to go more in depth inside the VIP lunch hour sessions, which we'll get to in a moment, but and also just boosting the profession of herbalism as a whole. Now, people who have joined me for previous years of the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference will know what I talk about when I'm saying the different pathways that you might follow as an herbal entrepreneur. The reason this is so important is because it's really not just one thing that you can do as an herbalist. Most herbalists, in fact, don't just follow one particular path, but combine a couple of different areas that they're really interested in. But I do want to cover what those 5 pathways that we do talk about in the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference are, so that you have a bit of an idea and maybe start to think about which pathways and which speakers related to those pathways might be most interesting for you. So the first pathway is the grower pathway, and this really relates to anyone who is growing any type of herb. And this is like growing in a garden, growing in a farm, also foraging, ethical wildcrafting of herbs, but anything to do with growing up the plants. Then we have makers. This is anyone who is making herbal products. So formulators, talking about the kitchen requirements, GMPs, labeling, all of those specifics into making herbal products really fit under that umbrella of the maker pathway. Then we have the seller pathway, which really gets into the marketing and selling of the products. And a lot of people who make products also sell them, whether that's at markets or in a physical store, or even wholesale with other in other stores as well. Finally, we have 2 more. We have the healer pathway, which is for clinical herbalists who work with clients. So it is making recommendations and of which herbs may assist in helping with different circumstances that people may be having related to their body. And finally, we have the teacher pathway, which is about teaching about herbs. So this can be like herb walks, workshops, classes, courses online, courses in person, conferences, any of those sort of things. It's all around that teaching track. We do have speakers from each of those pathways speaking at the conference, and I will let you know which speakers are most important for each of those pathways as we go through the sessions as well. All right. I'm getting I'm just like kind of getting a little glimpse of the chat. It is kind of moving pretty fast, but a lot of people are saying that they're interested in a lot of pathways and not just one, which is totally normal because I get that every year that people do want to do everything. It is a good idea to kind of have one particular focus at one point in time so that you can really see some traction in that area, whether you want to focus on making a product line first and then shift into making classes and mention the products that you've already made, or the other way around. Like but it's good for you to have some focus and really make some legway is by properly applying yourself to one of the pathways at a time. Okay, now I'm going to actually share my screen and go through the schedule page with you. But before I do, I think I will show you the actual app first. Yeah, that's a good idea. So once again, I will put the app link into the chat in case anyone missed it before. Here we are. Okay, so if you, like I said, this link for the app is in the bottom PS of the email of the reminder of this session. It will also go out in the email tomorrow, so if you missed it, no problem. But basically, when you download the app, what you will get is, we're going to see how this goes. It is always tricky with lighting, but we will check. Here we are. Okay. So basically, you will get a app that's something. I'm not going to be able to see my screen. Can anyone see that at the moment? Yeah. Okay. So basically, the way it works is that you can choose which day at the top. Down the bottom, you've got My Agenda, Program, Feed, and more. Basically, if you start when you enter the app going to Program, this will show you all of the sessions that there are at the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. And so if I just do as an example, I'll shift to Monday, and it has all of the sessions available on Monday. And I can scroll through here, and you can like click on the ones that you're interested in and heart them here. And then it will show up in your agenda. And then you can choose which ones you want to. And so you don't necessarily have to watch all of them live, but this way you will get reminders for the ones that come up. And as you can see, it's like you literally be able to watch the video right there in the app. And so this is probably the easiest way to watch the conference if you are going to be watching while you're in the garden, while you're working, while you're doing something else. But basically, go to Program first, press this little heart of the sessions that you want to watch, and then you can go to My Agenda on this side here, and just the sessions that you're interested in will show up in a line now. So it's quite simple, quite easy to go through, and you can also get links to our community and to YouTube and VIP and things like that in this More section on the side. So I recommend checking that out because it does make it very easy to actually watch the sessions. But we also obviously have it all on our website as well. So really whatever is easiest. If you're watching from a computer or a phone, like our website works on the phone as well, obviously. But you can, it might be easier for you to watch directly from the app then. Okay. And now let's get into the actual schedule. Okay. By the way, if you have any questions, you can put them into the chat. Alyssa will be watching that, and I will also be listening to any particular questions that do come out. But I am going to open up here. Okay, I just need to share my screen. Okay. No, this is not what I wanted. I wanted this. Okay, here we are. Now I've just got lots of tabs on my screen, so I need to get rid of these. Okay, cool. All right, so this here is the Herbal Entrepreneur website, and at any point when you're on the website, if you click the schedule at the top of the page, it will take you to this page here where you will be able to watch the sessions. As we go through the conference, there will be a button kind of like this one under each of the sessions, but it's like a big green button that will allow you to go through and watch each session. Just so everyone is aware, today's session is live on Zoom like this, but not all of the sessions are live. In fact, the majority of the sessions have been pre-recorded, and we will be premiering them to YouTube to watch together. So according to this schedule, the sessions will be released and everyone will be watching that session in YouTube, and if you watch it from YouTube, and it's also possible from the app, like I said before, you can check out the schedule and the chat, engage in the chat throughout the actual session as well. And for most of the sessions, the speakers will be joining us as well, so you can ask like questions in real time and get feedback as you go through. So let's talk about what the actual sessions are and which are kind of most important for depending on what you're going to be doing as an herbalist. So first of all, we have Tad Hargrave, who is the founder of Marketing for Hippies, and he is going to be starting the conference by talking about applying point of view marketing to attract your ideal customers. He is pretty much a genius at marketing in a way that feels good, and I've been following him for a long time, and his session is so useful for someone who isn't really sure how to connect with people and communicate what they're offering and really allow people into their realm and allow people to know what they're doing as an herbalist in a way that's not selling, because he's actually talking about point of view marketing, which is before you get to the sell. And it's almost more important than the actual pitch, actually selling. It's how you actually connect with people beforehand. So if you are like needing to, it's applicable to anyone across the board, but this session will be particularly useful if you already have some sort of product or market service on the market and are looking for a way to connect with more people so that you can ultimately expand and help more people. Next, we have Lorraine Delmeyer, who is the CEO of Formula Botanica, and she is going to be talking about how to launch an herbal skincare brand. So she has a lot of experience working with skincare and all types of formulators actually across the globe with their online school. And in this session, she shares a lot of stories from the students that they have had at Formula Botanica and really talks about the steps of how to launch that herbal skincare brand. This would also be applicable for any sort of product maker, so not necessarily only skincare. So if you're a tea maker or like really any product maker, it is still applicable, but it's really how to launch that brand out into the world. Then in the middle of the day, every single day, we have the VIP only networking lunch hour. And so this will be a live session like this one on Zoom where we come together and talk. But we have different activities planned for each of the days. Some days we will be having breakout rooms, conversations with like assigned topics to get you thinking and applying what you're learning, and also meeting other people at the conference. And other days we have special events planned for you, which will be live. So as an example, on Tuesday, we have a VIP panel session, which I'm going to talk in more detail about in a moment. And on Thursday, we're going to have a special tea party just to celebrate and have some fun together as well. And yeah, this really is only for people who have upgraded to the VIP pass because of space limitations on Zoom. It's a little bit tricky to accommodate for everyone when we're having conversations. But all of the other sessions will be available for 48 hours from when they're released. So as an example, Tad Hargraves is released at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Monday. It will be available for 2 full days until 10 a.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, the 22nd of March. Okay, every session will be available for free for 48 hours, or you can upgrade to VIP to get lifetime access and additional access to these live sessions that we have. So Rosemary Gladstar and Helen Ward, this is a wonderful session, really getting into the behind the scenes of what like a really successful herbal teaching business looks like. I think most of us on here today have heard from Rosemary Gladstar or perhaps read one of her books or attended one of her courses. And it's so interesting to really look at behind the scenes of how their team is organized, and even the partnership between specifically Helen Ward and Rosemary Gladstar, how they organize their tasks and responsibilities, how they hire people. And so this session honestly, it's interesting for anyone to watch just out of interest, but it is also specifically helpful for anyone who is at a more advanced level and looking to expand their team. So perhaps you've been an herbalist for a while and are looking to have a greater impact, but you just don't have any more hours in your day and you need to hire out. This session will help you with working out how to hire, who to hire, and how to communicate with those people that you hire as well. Then we have Herbal Entrepreneur, who talks about progressive steps to scaling your herbal business. She actually spoke at the event last year. Absolutely wonderful session about launching a tea business. And this year she talks about scaling. She's a wonderful person to talk about this because she has just experienced exponential growth as an herbalist over the past, I reckon it's about 2 years that it's been really big, but she has been growing on YouTube and really transformed her business from just selling teas, but to changing into the whole pricing, the structure of her business into packages, and also moving into retreats and all sorts of things now, but just how to scale in a, and really have a greater impact over time. And she talks about that. Okay, then here, and again, this one here could be applicable to anyone. She does specifically talk, address like product makers, so about scaling that area, but it is also applicable for anyone who, like the mindset, the marketing, those sort of things around how to scale. It is applicable across the board as well. And finally, we have Amber Myers, who is building relationships and forming mutually beneficial partnerships in the herbal industry. Amber is one of the co-directors of the Herbal Academy, who is one of our partners for this event. And this session is was a pretty fun one for me to record because we actually talked about the partnership between Herbal Entrepreneur and the Herbal Academy. I know that a lot of the people coming and listening in today perhaps heard about the event from the Herbal Academy because we have been partnering together for this event. And that has been a relationship 5 years in the making that we have been working together, Amber and I. And in this session, we uncover a little bit about how that came about. And also Amber specifically goes into more depth about ideas of partners and how to work with other brands, because the Herbal Academy does that in even greater depth, working with influencers as a part of their marketing strategy. But they also have a quite a large affiliate program. So they work with like brands all over the world and all over the internet. And it really uncovers how to approach and communicate and make partnerships work well on both sides, which is, I think, important across the board. Like, it has definitely been important for me as a business owner, like the connections and the people you meet and grow with, it's so important. And so if you are interested in how that works, definitely check out that session. On Tuesday, we're going to be starting with Hannah Lasorsa, who talks about visual storytelling to sow seeds of connection with content marketing. This is a very visual session, so beautiful. She shares really wonderful examples of literally how to take photos for your Instagram marketing, your website, wherever you want to use those photos, but how to light it, what sort of props to use, which props she has on hand and uses again and again and again. And it is so actionable because you could just write down a list of 5 different things that she recommends and then go off to a thrift store and buy a couple of props that you can then go and make these images that you can use on your website and on social media. And just straight away by next week, you could have more engaging photos, start to tell stories with the way you're telling, the way you're using images, and connect with more people, which is what it is all about. So if you're interested in photography, images, and connecting with people through visuals, and yeah, definitely check out this session. Then we have Kendra Payne, who talks about visual displays and customer experience in a brick and mortar store. So she has a in-person brick and mortar store in Brooklyn, I believe. And she actually does the interview from her shop and references some of the products around the store, but really talks about how to guide people who walk into her store to the right areas for them, the right products for them, based on the displays and the layout of her store, and how she leads them in and even converses with them to help them on their journey. And so, like I said, in the middle of the day, we have this VIP networking lunch hour. On Tuesday will be the time that we are having the guest expert Q&A. So this is the first time that we are ever doing a guest expert Q&A. And I am pretty excited about this because I think we have rounded up a pretty wonderful lineup of speakers to share for this, because I really wanted it to be like 3 different people who had experience across the board. And I really think we have been able to do that with the people that we've found, basically. So I'll just share a little bit about what's going to happen in that session. So basically, this session here, it will be live just for VIP people. However, we will be streaming, if I can get the stream to work for that session, which I hope I will be able to. We will be streaming for everyone to watch. Okay, so VIP people have the ability to actually ask questions and engage in that session, but it will be free and open for everyone to watch the recording of this guest expert Q&A. And for people who are part of VIP, we have a form already. It was sent to you via email. If you have questions in advance that you would really like to know the answer to, please fill out the form with your questions in there so that we can make sure we get answers to those questions and bring that to the board as well. And also, the earlier that you put your questions in, the better, because we can let the panelists know in advance and they can have a little think about those questions as well. But just to let you know the lineup for this Q&A, because I am pretty excited about it, we have 3 incredible speakers. So we have, first of all, Shona McDougall from the Herbal Academy. So she is the Herbal Academy educator and advanced student mentor and registered herbalist. And also, she is the owner of, I've forgotten the... I'm going to have to get back to something. I've got written owner of E down here. that she is also a registered herbalist and owner of her own herbal business. Then we've got, it was Earth something. I've just forgotten. It's not coming to me. I'll definitely let you know when it's that session. And the second speaker, we have Funke Owolabi, who is the herbalist behind Huge Shop, and her true strength is around GMPs, product making and wholesale, all of the product side of things. She has spoken at the conference previously around GMPs before, and yeah, definitely makes her own products on a larger scale with Huge Shop as well. And we also have the third panelist for that session will be Jeff Johnson, who is a farmer and herbalist at Portland Ashwagandha Farm. And he definitely has the experience in farming and heart-based business, and also making the products and showing up at markets and events as well. So that will be on Tuesday. Like I said, this will be one of the only VIP sessions that will also be broadcasted. So do keep an eye on that one. Then after that, we have planning for a successful herb growing season with Jeff and Elise Hakeley of Oshala Farm. They are also sponsoring this event, Oshala Farm. If you're a VIP, go through into the members area and you'll find a discount code for their for everything across the board from Oshala Farm. And their session is about planning for a successful herb growing season. They talk about how to plan out using spreadsheets, where which plants go where, how long you need to wait in terms of years between planting a certain plant in that area and planting it again, how to rotate different crops, how to project what sort of, how much of one type of crop you need in comparison to something else. And really that whole planning process, how to prepare the soil before you actually plant. And actually, we also talk in this session a little bit about how to check back into the plan and make sure everything continues to go to plan as well. Then we have Maria Noah Groves, who is talking about how to create an herbal protocol for clients in practice. So this session is perfect for anyone who is wanting to practice with clients as an herbalist. She really talks about the specifics, and this is basically an excerpt or like a little taster of her advanced series that goes more deeper into herbal protocols, formulation, and working with clients ultimately. So that is a really I think a very informative session for anyone who does want to follow that clinical track. On Wednesday morning, we start with John Gallagher, who is talking about how to launch an educational herbal product and gain traction online. I think a lot of people will know John Gallagher from learning herbs, and he has decades of experience as an herbalist and also working online with various different types of products. He has like Learning Herbs, the Herb Mentor, but also like just all sorts of products he has launched online. So there are like board games, books, memberships, courses, programs across the board. And in this session, he really talks about how to launch an educational herbal product, how to get that out to more people, how to get momentum and allow people to experience what it is that you have to offer. He has really, honestly, a great experience in this field. And if you are wanting to launch some sort of course or program in the next year or so, this is a wonderful session to give you some ideas of what sort of things to think about and what sort of things you might need to prepare in getting ready for that. Then we also have on to Wednesday morning, Susan Leopold, who is talking about navigating the herbal supply chain with awareness and respect. So Susan Leopold is from United Plant Savers, and they have so many resources about really how to navigate the herbal supply chain, how to ultimately work with herbs in a way that respects the earth and the plants that we're working for. And I think that is ultimately what we are wanting to do as herbalists. We are stewards for the plants. It's our responsibility to work with the herbs in a way that is sustainable, in a way that truly helps both the world and the people. So it's bringing it all together. And this session really talks about how you can do that. And she also provides so many links and resources to allow you to go further and really work out how you want to go about sourcing the herbs that you may want to use in herbal products, and the different considerations that you might face as an herbalist and entrepreneur. Once again, on Wednesday, we have the VIP-only networking lunch hour at 12 p.m. Eastern, followed by Bernadette Ann from Kerry, who is also sponsoring this year's event, with how to build sales funnels to attract and engage customers. This session really is a on the field of play kind of session where she talks about how she has been building funnels. So if for people who are not aware, a funnel is a kind of a sequence of events that lead someone into what you want them to do. So how to introduce someone into your business and introduce them to your products and eventually have them like buy your products and tell their friends about them. That would be like the ideal sequence. And she's talking about how to actually do that. So again, this session is perfect if you already have some sort of products or services out there and are wanting to reach more people and ultimately make more sales. Finally, on the Wednesday, we have developing practitioner skills as an herbalist with Margie Flint. Margie obviously is an herbalist who just has decades of experience, and she talks about some really important considerations about how to work with clients, how to understand what they need, and how to present different options depending on what type of person they are, what sort of dosha they are, and really going into the specifics there as well. So if you are a clinical practitioner, if you are wanting to become a clinical herbalist, this is a wonderful session. She has a wealth of knowledge that we can tap into there. On Thursday, we're going to start with transitioning from clinical practice to online programs with Dr. Dunja Petersen. Dr. Dunja is she is from Germany and has a pretty incredible story, which she shares in this session. But it is very relevant for anyone who has been a clinical herbalist for a while and is feeling like there's too much to do. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit burnt out and you're looking for a way to kind of package what you offer to people in some sort of online program, because that's basically what she has done. She had a very thriving in-person practice, but it got to the point where her waiting list for clients was just months out. And so she developed books and programs and ways to help people online that freed up her time and allowed her to help more people. Here we have the second session on Thursday is the process of making plant remedies from herbal farm to bottle with Kathy Langelia from Herbal Revolution. This session is a really fun one. Kathy has a great perspective in the way that she works with herbs. And in this session, she really talks about the processes, the team, the projections, the whole manufacturing process from the farm, the growing, to making that final product. So this one, honestly, could be useful for growers in terms of working out projections and what herbs you want to have, but also for primarily perhaps for makers, because we talk about the processes, a little bit touch on GMPs in this session, and yeah, really manufacturing herbal products. And now this is on Thursday, yeah. On Thursday, we have another special session for VIP, which I need to update the schedule because we've only just finalized this. But a couple of years ago, for people who have attended several Herbal Entrepreneur Conference, you might remember that we had a special tea party with Roxy Tiam from Boogie Tea Party, run a tea party for us inside the VIP lunch hour. And I still hear from people to this day about how much fun that tea party was. And so I am really excited to be able to offer it again this Thursday. So we're going to have a tea party. And this really is a chance to connect once again with each other and have a bit of fun. There will be prizes involved and all of that sort of thing. But we can, and that will be run by Roxy on Thursday. I think we will also stream this one live as well for other people who want to watch, but to show up and actually converse, you will need to upgrade to VIP to join that session. Thursday afternoon, we have insider tips to growing and engaged following on TikTok with Jackie Moses. So she's really talking about the potential, the possibility of what you can do on TikTok as a social media platform, and how she uses that in her herbal business to reach more people and grow her following and use that as a entry point into what you do in other products and services as an herbalist too. And then finally, we have starting and maintaining an homegrown apothecary by Krista Stevens, who she is really talking about growing a lot of the different things that you can the running an herbal farm, but also a little bit about the actual different herbs that you can grow, giving you ideas of how to grow them and what you could use them for as well. So anyone who is looking at growing herbs to use in the products that you make, this session is perfect because it really does combine the two. Finally, we're down to the 5th day now. There are a lot of sessions. I'm sorry that this is taking such a long time to go through, but we just have so many wonderful speakers. But we're going to start on Friday with opportunities in herbal entrepreneurship for BIPOC by Olatakumbo Abasi. This session is such a wonderful conversation, just opening up the conversation about different opportunities for BIPOC, but also I found it so interesting just talking about her herbal experience as a clinical practitioner and how there are, we specifically mentioned resources and things that can be useful across the board, but also specifically for BIPOC. And this is both for entrepreneurs who identify as BIPOC, but also working with people in this way as well. So like it really is a good session to check out if you are, I think specifically for clinical herbalists, but also for everyone. This session here by Stephen Manjin is a look into tea exportation and tour guide in Taiwan. This is a pretty interesting mix of things. So Stephen is actually originally from France, but moved to Taiwan and got involved in the tea industry there and exporting tea from Taiwan to France and other places in Europe. And over time, he has also kind of shifted his business into becoming a tour guide and showing people around the tea farms and having tea experiences with masters of tea in different places around Taiwan and organizing those. So it's really a unique look at like a different way that you might be able to work in a herbal business. Once again, on Friday, we have our final VIP networking lunch hour. Then we're finishing up the afternoon with Michael Kilpatrick on what to look for when finding your herbal farm property. So this is perfect for anyone who wants to grow herbs and is looking at buying a farm, is looking at buying a farm to grow your herbs. There are like some really important considerations to think about before you actually buy. And in this session, we cover those. So if you're at that stage of your journey, definitely check out that session. And we also have on Friday afternoon from Jen Demers, strategies to grow your reach with paid advertising on social media. So Jen actually is an herbalist, has her own business, but also has a background in marketing and running advertising, doing Facebook ads for various companies. And she shares her expertise in digital marketing and how you can run ads for your herbal business, which is really interesting. She shares some of the tips that she's learned in this field and really gets into the step-by-step or even simple so that you can start to test out and see how it works for you as well. And finally, on Saturday, we will be having another live session. It will actually be the exact same link as today, and it will also be live like today's session with a step-by-step guide to an herbal business plan. So we will be talking about really, like, first of all, what you want to do after the conference, because honestly, the speakers have such amazing things to share. You're going to be full of all these ideas. And then we're going to use this time to think about what you actually want to do and how you can create a plan to make that happen, because it's not necessarily easy to just get out there and do whatever it is that you want to do. Sometimes it does require an actual plan with objectives, check-in points, and those sort of things. And we're going to be talking about really how to do that and how you can create your business plan. On that note, for those of you who have upgraded to VIP, some of you will have upgraded to the business plan builder, which that will be that's pretty good if you got that, because it's much more discounted than what it's going to be offered for later. I will give you more details about that on Saturday, but basically it's going to give you the step-by-step system to create your business plan, but also we're going to have a check-in point later on in a couple of months' time to check in on your progress and start to work out the new direction from there as well. Okay. Good. If you have any questions, let me know. Now. Okay, cool. I think now I just wanted to quickly head over. I'm going to share my screen again. Here we go. I just wanted to mention quickly the sponsors for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. Again, a lot of the I really am thankful for the sponsors for being here. And a few of these have also got some special deals and discounts that are available inside the VIP pass and things like that as well. But I just wanted to take a moment to let you know what's going on. So our first sponsor is the Herbal Circle. For those of you who are not aware, the Herbal Circle is the membership community for Herbal Entrepreneur that goes throughout the year beyond the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. So basically every year in March, we have the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference, but throughout the rest of the year, our focus is on the Herbal Circle, which is really about connecting together, keeping each other accountable, setting goals, and allowing things to happen inside your herbal business. So this is like a networking and accountability support as you build your business. And there's lots of bonuses that are included inside the Herbal Circle at this point. If you're interested in previous Herbal Entrepreneur Conferences, the best way to gain access to those sessions is actually to join the Herbal Circle, because for as long as you are a member, you'll be able to watch those sessions. So if you are interested in that, it's probably the best way to get access to that. We have Mountain Rose Herbs, who is a wonderful supplier of herbs across the board, based in the US. So they have high quality, organically grown herbs, spices, teas, essential oils, and botanical goods. And so if you go through this page, you can check out the video, click through to the link, and they also have a discount available inside the VIP pass as well. And we have Oshala Farm, who is again sponsoring this event, and they are like farmers and sell directly from the farm, and have over 80 different varieties of medicinal herbs. And they also, like I mentioned before, have a discount code for VIP if you would like to check that out. I believe there's 20% off for both them and Mountain Rose Herbs. And United Plant Savers, this is so from Susan Leopold, and this was originally founded by Rosemary Gladstone, I believe. But it's the mission of United Plant Savers is to protect native medicinal plants, fungi, and their habitats while ensuring renewable populations for use by generations to come. But there is also a herbal business membership for United Plant Savers. So if you are wanting to just show that you support proper good sourcing of herbs, this could be something to look into as well. So check that out on the website. And we have Kerry Herbal Dispensary Software, which is basically, it's designed by herbalists for herbalists to help you keep track of your inventory, your recipes, and what's kind of what's going on in the actual herb side of your business. There is this is a monthly software that you can really check out just for 1 month to see how it works for like adding in your recipes and things like that. And then it allows you to keep track of everything. So this is perfect for clinical herbalists who make products, but also primarily makers as well. And then finally, we have the Herbal Academy, who is one of the great online educators of herbalism. And they also have a 15% discount available for any of their courses inside the VIP pass, which you can check out. And like I said, we've been partnering with them on this event. So it's an honor to have them here as a sponsor. And also Formula Botanica, who is, they speak to specifically about formulating products. And shortly after the conference, they have a free masterclass series that talks a little bit more in detail about how to actually formulate products and launch your business in that way. So if you're interested in that, you can check out through this link as well. You'll be able to sign up for that masterclass too. All right, so they are our sponsors, which brings us to the time of prizes, I believe. So I hope that I might have to just open this up, but Alyssa, if perhaps at this time you can go through and have a look and let me know of your decisions. So we need 3 people, and if you can let me know which ones are which in Slack, then we can do that. In the meantime, I just wanted to kind of let you know about a little something that we've got coming up in the works, because before we do the prizes, while Alyssa lets me know. So in the lead up to this event, obviously everyone's super excited because of it's amazing event with so many great speakers. But I just wanted to let you know that at the end of this conference, so on the finale session where we talk about the business plan, we are going to have an announcement with a couple of live events in the works that are coming up. So if you are interested in like actually attending a live in-person event, do attend that final session, because we're going to be talking a little bit about what we have coming up there. Okay. All right, now I'm just getting the prizes up. Oh, and on the note of prizes, for people who have attended previous Herbal Entrepreneur conferences, you will know that we like to reward people who are having fun with the conference and are sharing what they're learning. And so what this means is that literally every single day of the conference, we will be giving away another VIP pass to the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference to someone who has shared about the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference using the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur in that day. We will be checking all platforms, so like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and so you can use it on any of those kind of things and we will check it out. But just keep on sharing throughout the week. We will be choosing a winner literally every day. So there's a lot of chance to win. And if you have already upgraded to VIP class, the VIP pass, that's awesome. And you'll be able to choose between either getting a refund for the VIP pass that you paid for, or joining us in the Herbal Circle for 6 months. I'm just going to go with that. So you can choose. So basically the 6 months of the Herbal Circle is worth more. So I'll go with that. Okay. So that will be happening throughout every day. And now we are going to do now I said the prize was oops, hang on. Sorry, I was recording. Okay, so I think we need a drum roll. I should have like sound effects on here. That would be fun. There, okay. I don't know how to do sound effects on Zoom, so we're just going to have to go like this. Okay. Oh, I'm getting some in the chat, so this is cool. Drum. Woohoo. Okay, so I am going to go with. We'll start with the $300 voucher for the Herbal Academy. So I believe this is valid across the board for any courses. You will have a $300 voucher to use for any of the Herbal Academy courses. This is wonderful because they have courses from introductory, intermediate, advanced, including like business specific courses as well. So you can use that across the board. And we will go for, hang on, I just need to decide which one's for which. All right, so we'll do the share one for Herbal Academy. Okay, so the person who has won the $300 voucher for the Herbal Academy is at innertwine_herbs. Okay, so it's like this. That's for the, I don't know, how can I do this? This one here. Okay, so that's you. Oh, she's on here. Yay. Thank you so much. All right, so if you send an email to support@herbalentrepreneur.com, we will send you the details of that. And then we also have Driaz Mack is the winner of the chat. And I will give, so Driaz, are you in the chat, Driaz? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. And so you, oh yeah. Okay, oh my gosh, I can't even keep on track with this chat. Okay, wow, okay, woohoo. I'm glad I wasn't watching that chat the whole time because it is crazy, man. You guys are having a party in there. Okay. So Drea, you can choose between, I'm not sure if you already have the VIP pass or not, but you can choose between, gosh, I can't remember the passes, what I said from me. I think I said one was a VIP pass and sometime in the Herbal Circle. Is that what I said? I can't remember. Honestly, you can choose whichever one you prefer because I can't remember. There are two winners from the chat. I'm just getting this here. So we've got Dria's Mac and the third winner. So just to recap here, because I was a bit confused. The first winner for the Herbal Academy voucher is Intertwine Herbs, and the two that's what I said. Okay. And so the two winners of the chat, which is going to be for, you can choose between the VIP pass or 6 months in the Herbal Circle, is Adrias Mack was the first one. And the second person who's win for the chat is Saba. Woohoo. And they are the winners. Okay. Wonderful. That's great. So I think we have that is everything that we needed to cover in today's session. Basically, I am going to be seeing you throughout the week for several different sessions. And like I said, we are offering prizes throughout the conference. If you haven't got your VIP pass yet, please do share it. Share it in stories, share it in your posts, share it in just share it as much as you can. We do see it. We see it all happening. Sab just asked, how do I redeem the prize? Email support@herbalentrepreneur.com and we will get that prize for you. So we will keep on announcing emails throughout the week. Every day of the conference, you will get an email in the morning letting you know which sessions are coming up with the links to the schedule page so that you can go through and attend those sessions. Like I said, we'll be premiering all of the sessions live to YouTube so you can show up and watch live and engage in the chat as we go through. And I just got a question in the chat now. What do we share? You can share no matter what you like. Honestly, the more creative, the better. In previous years, I've had pictures of people with their conference session outside with a cup of tea and a nice comment about what they're doing. It might be your notes. I love seeing notes, by the way, of a session. So if you've got handwritten notes, write down those. If you want to talk about what you're learning, that's cool too. If you want to do a reel, if you want to just take a cool picture, anything you want to do, it's absolutely fine. Okay. Right. I think that, and oh yeah, use the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur, and you can also tag Herbal Entrepreneur as well, just to make sure that we see it. And so also, I just wanted to mention that if you haven't upgraded to VIP yet, I really would recommend doing it now because first of all, the price will be going up again on Tuesday night. So this is the best that you can get it for at this point, then it'll be going up again. But also because if you really do want to engage with all of those VIP sessions, we start tomorrow for the live sessions there. And so if you're wanting to do that live experience, it's just such a good experience to do it from the beginning. So would recommend joining us now if you can. Otherwise, share as much as you can so that we can hopefully gift you one. And for those of you who already have, I can't wait to see you there live for the VIP pass tomorrow. To recap as well, the VIP pass does include lifetime access to all of the sessions. So it's 48 hours for free, but you will have lifetime access to all of the sessions, in addition to the coupon codes to to get discounts from our partners and all of that kind of thing. And also, which I didn't mention yet, oh my goodness. Also, we have the bonuses for each session. So we literally have transcripts and audio files that you can download for each session, but also PDF keynotes. So this is where we have curated the most important things from each session, and you will be able to check out those and just see the main points from that session at a glance as well. But that's only included for VIP pass members. Okay. So I think that makes a wrap for today's orientation session. If you have any final questions, let me know now, but I hope it is clear. Basically, the conference it has started now. Tomorrow morning will be the first sessions for day one, and we will be having each sessions being broadcasted to YouTube as we go throughout the conference, and they are available for free for 48 hours during the event, and then after that they'll be locked for VIP Pass members. And we also have the VIP networking lunch hour during the day each day at 12 p.m. Eastern for everyone who's there. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on today. I'm fairly sure this call hit the record for the most amount of people I have ever had on a Zoom meeting. It's just incredible when you see that there's I'm fairly sure we hit over 900 at the peak of today. So that's just incredible. Thank you so much for being here and joining in on this event. I'm so glad you're here. And finally, I do just want to give one last thanks to the sponsors for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference again. So yeah, thank you to the Herbal Circle, Kerry Herbal Dispensary Software, Formula Botanica, United Plant Savers, Oshala Farm, Herbal Academy, and Mountain Rose Herbs. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you get so much out of this year, the 5th annual Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.